Now let's talk real quick about the core theory behind this entire methodology course and the techniques and the strategy and how everything kind of ties together and what elements are driving it all. What elements are important, which factors are going to get us the best results, more traffic for our business at lower cost, the things that will really grow our business. So let's talk about our core theory so you kind of understand some things that are at play here, kind of behind the scenes and the reason behind doing a lot of the things that we're going to do in this course. So let's talk about the critical elements that make up the factors that are going to drive things behind the scenes towards what we do and what we're going to take action to do. So the first one is relevance. Now, all the big sites now, relevance matters. Is the content relevant? Is the experience relevant to the user? Is it relevant? When someone clicks on something and goes to a destination page, is it consistent with what they were hoping to find? Is the content related to another site that linked to it? Is it related to a social media campaign that drove traffic to it? All these sites, Google, Facebook, and all these networks, they're all tracking relevance, bounce rates, whether people leave sites really fast or not. And all of it matters for how much you'll pay per click for advertising, how much your ads will even be shown. Because if you have low relevance scores and low relevant data and high bounce rates, you're going to get ignored and really overlooked in some of these networks and some of these platforms. And so it really works against you. So relevance matters with everything, even SEO. It just matters with everything. That's just how they're using it as a major factor to determine what's good and what isn't online when it comes to content and it comes to the quality of marketing and pages and everything else. The second thing is engagement. They're now looking at how long a visitor engages with a website. Not only just the bounce rate and how long, how fast they get out of there, but how many pages they look at, the average time on a site, how they interact with a Facebook fan page. Are they, is it a high percentage of shares and links, likes, and that type of stuff? They're looking at all these things to how people engage with high quality content. Because the more engagement there is at a higher percentage rate and just more activity, those are kind of votes, so to speak, for the fact that it's high quality. And that's what the audience wants. Because once Facebook or Google or any of these other sites stop serving content that the users want, it damages their business. It hurts the ads they can show, hurts the ad results. It hurts everything. So these two factors, I want you to keep them in mind. Relevance and engagement are now very, very important to digital marketing. It's driving everything. And if you don't pay attention to this stuff, and if you don't start building your marketing and your content and your business around these things, you're going to be left behind. Your competitors are going to dominate you for how low they can get traffic for, as well as how much traffic they can get and how much business they can do. So these things are all critical. Traffic cost, of course, is critical, and we're going to work that into all this. How much you're paying per visitor, it matters, of course, because that has everything to do with your profit. Traffic value, this is the money that you turn traffic into. How does your business monetize it? What is the lifetime value of a customer, of a visitor that comes to your site? If you're just in the business of selling leads, how much you sell each lead for? How many visitors does it take to get a lead? Someone to fill out a form for more information. Whatever your business model is, the value of the traffic is the calculation of all the money essentially your business makes divided into the total number of visitors that you got to your site in the first place. And that figures, comes out with the value. And that's what we're going to work on as well, as how to increase that value. Traffic supply matters. We're going to talk about this throughout the course. It's one thing to find a place that can be a good source of traffic for our business, for leads and customers. But if there's not a lot of supply, we got to be very careful not to put too much time and effort into going after it, because our time and our resources could be better spent elsewhere. So supply matters. Of course, you need an email list in today's day and age. If you don't have an email list for your business, you need to get one. It doesn't matter what types of products and services you sell. A lot of e-commerce companies that used to sell, whether it's supplements or dog sweaters or just any kind of products, those online stores used to not have an email list because they used to just drive so much traffic they could sell those products. Well, those days are over. This is yet another thing that has evolved with digital marketing in the last several years. And if you don't have an email list now, you are way behind the curve and you're at a disadvantage. Every market has content related to it. Again, even dog sweaters, you could create content and write content around dog training, dog health, whatever. So every single market, I get a lot of excuses from clients sometimes where they're like, oh, my market, we don't have content related to it. Of course you do. Every benefit, every solution, every problem in a market, every need, every desire, every want, all that can revolve around content. All that can revolve around videos or white papers or special reports or infographics, any type of content. We're going to get to all those things when we get to content marketing. But every business has content related to its market. And content is everything online when it comes to marketing. So you need an email list. And the way you build the list is you give away some good content related to your market to get people on a list, to get permission to be able to email them. And we're going to talk more about that when we get to email marketing tactics of how to use it. But it's critical that you have an email list because that's going to drive our activity, which we're going to get to when we recycle people, sending them to certain posts we do on Facebook and asking them to interact, even running contests and things to boost engagement, sending them to go like and share things, sending them to go, look at a photo that we posted and getting them to tag it, all kinds of things. So that's all going to work together. And the way we drive through the way we drive people through a distribution channel is having a distribution channel. So the email list is very, very important. Of course, response. Everything is going to be about response. Every stage, every phase of what we do. How many people click on an ad, how many people respond on a landing page, how many people opt into a form that we have, how many people watch a video, how many people come back, how many people buy. That's all response. And every area that we can track response, we can improve response. And in every little element that we can improve, we make more money. So response is very, very important. So finally, just to break things down in simple terms, there are 3 ways to grow your business and how hopefully we're going to grow your business in this course. And I actually made a handout that you can keep, and I want you to print out or do something with it, keep it near your desk. Always keep this in mind because everything kind of comes down to these 3 core things to grow your business. The first one is we can simply increase your traffic volume, and that's what you hope to get out of this course anyways. We can send more traffic to your site so you can get more leads and customers to grow your business and grow your revenue. We can lower your cost per visitor. This is very important because the lower your traffic costs go on average, the more profit you'll make per visitor. And of course, the more money you end up making in your business. And then finally, we can raise the value per visitor of what someone is worth that gets to your site. Now, there's a number of ways that you can do this, and we're going to talk about it, whether it's offering more products so the average person buys more things from you, or how we can increase an initial purchase with upsells and downsells and other things. Now, this course is mainly about traffic, but we will cross over a bit into some conversion things because it all kinds of ties together. And so we'll talk about that. But these are pretty much the 3 core ways with digital marketing that you're going to grow your business. It's not rocket science. We get you more traffic, we lower the cost on average you pay per visitor, and then of course we raise the value per visitor. Now, and speaking real quick on the second one, lower your cost per visitor, so many people want, I want the free organic traffic from Google rankings and everything else. Well, as I've talked about in the past, in other videos, when I've shared with people, there's really no such thing as free traffic. Everything has a cost associated with it. Even that organic traffic, someone has to put in the keyword research time, someone has to create the content, someone has to publish the content. So there are a lot of moving parts to content marketing. And of course, we're going to cover all that in this course, but you should know that everything has a cost. And so every piece of traffic we get to your site, it could be fractions of a penny, but there's still a cost behind it and how we're going to reinvest in the business to scale everything. But these are the 3 core ways to grow your business. I want you to always keep them in mind because it's just the most important elements of this whole process.